This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. Goetia Rising by Astennu Sever. Introduction. For centuries, Ars Goetia has possessed a unique ability to captivate the imagination of diverse groups: superstitious religious folk, skilled magicians, erudite professors, and the most radical and ignorant materialists. It seems to possess a strange and dark allure that has led many who stumbled upon it to experiment with summoning demons described therein. Such has been my experiences as well. I began experimenting with this strange magical manual one summer as I was struggling in many areas of my life. The ritualistic activities performed during this period consumed many sleepless nights. In the concealment of darkness, I called upon Paimon, Firkus, Baal, Zepar, and many other venerated denizens of hell. I acquired magical garments, tools, and weapons, all with the intent of getting closer to these notorious wielders of magical powers. As you are likely aware, the purpose of any summoning ritual is to create a stronger bond with a specific spirit and to provoke an effect only that spirit can provide. If the bond is strong enough, the spirit can whisper twisted secrets in one's ear, leading to bounty and treasures that human powers alone could hardly lead to. After consummating many moments of darkly divine inspiration that turned fortuitous not only in my imagination, but also in gross reality, I turned towards mentoring others who were left wanting by the instructions of other magicians and supposed experts. The results are clear. More and more people are discovering the secrets of demonic rituals and transforming their fleeting earthly existence into a fulfilling roller coaster ride through my advice. The main reason I am sharing information and performing rituals for others is to show loyalty to those devils that I've so often evoked and invoked. It is rightly considered rude to take without giving anything back, and the best way to show appreciation to these spirits is to spread the word of their power so that they can be conjured by other people who believe in them. I mentioned in an earlier text that working with demons doesn't require signing any official pact. Your immortal soul is not at stake unless you have such a burning passion that you're willing to put it on the line. Faustian horror stories should be left to frightened religious folk, as these are certainly not the norm when dealing with demons. It should also be noted that the moral panic caused by working with dark forces is none of our concern, as their dark nature has nothing to do with moral wickedness at all. Although the Ars Goetia isn't void of Abrahamic superstitions, it is fundamentally a pagan document. It reveals the powers of spiritual beings that were once worshipped across the ancient world and worked with through rituals. At the same time, they were known as terrible adversaries to those who threatened their earthly companions. In essence, they were the original patrons of humanity. These spirits taught us sciences, arts, and crafts, provided advantages in warfare to one side or the other, and enhanced various pleasures in times of peace. With the advent of monotheism, these gods and lesser spirits went underground to save their followers from prosecution, as much as the followers tried to save their memory through cryptic manuscripts. Therefore, the story of Goetia would be incomplete without recounting the transformation of these ancient spirits that occurred during their underground refuge. The descent. Without the sun, their appearance changed. Like cave dwellers trapped underground for generations, a shadowy complexion replaced their solar attributes. The energy they projected onto their followers became darker and more difficult to comprehend. Interacting with them became increasingly difficult. While their powers remained intact in their spiritual essence, the connection with their followers grew weaker. These developments estranged them from ordinary humanity. Thus, they became part of the occult, of that strange collection of things that only a magician would be courageous or crazy enough to play with. The godhead of monotheistic religions was, at the same time, experiencing the opposite trajectory. The Christian God began his ascent as a shadowy, pale figure that was secretly worshipped in the catacombs. But when his followers gained political power, and he was finally allowed to bathe in the sun, he transformed into a solar patriarchal principle, taking the attributes of the Greek god Apollo, Persian, and Roman Mithras, and the Egyptian sun god Ra, among others.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.